and welcome to Alex's Supper Club. Today we're going to talk about the humble onion and how to dice it. So quick 2-minute video, worth watching because it might teach you a thing or two and speed up your preparation process, which if that's quick then the cooking seems easy. So we're just going to start by peeling the onion, and we've got the sprout end and the root end, which is good to know which is which because it's going to help us when we dice. So I'm just going to cut the top end off and I'm going to cut the root end off, but literally just the root, not too much so it's still holding the onion together. I'm going to cut the onion in half and then just use the knife just to peel off the outside layer of skin. And that's just going to come off fairly easy depending on how dry your onion is. Don't worry if you get some extra bits off as well. And take the other one off. And then we're just going to clear this away. And now comes the fun bit. So we've basically got the root end and the shoot end where the onion grows up. And we want the root end to hold the whole onion together. So we want the root end in this hand, and then with the knife we're going to slice down all the way through except at the back where the root's going to hold our whole onion together. So just cutting nice and thinly through. So you can see now the onion's sliced but the root is still holding it all together. Okay, now some bits might fall off but that's fine, that's no big problem. We're going to cut once across and then we're going to cut down, which is going to give us our dice. And you'll see the onion's holding nicely together as we dice through. We're getting a nice even dice, and then at the end we just flatten it so you've got the big flat surface, cut down the rest, and you should just end up with that one piece of root, which I then just chop up as well. If you don't want to cry too much, leave that piece of root and throw it away, because that's actually the bit where most of the juices are that'll make you cry. And as you can see, you've got a nicely finely diced onion. So, next one, I'm going to show you a bigger dice. So if you want a bigger dice, again, root end, sprout end, root next to the hand, and we're just going to cut down maybe 3 times, once across, and then again, let's say 3 or 4 times that way, once, twice, 3 times around the root, and you've got a nice, again, even dice, but a bigger size. So whatever your recipe calls for, you have a nice dice. Last one we're going to do is a slice. So again, root end in the hand holding the onion together, and I'm just going to cut the rest of that piece off, and again just slicing down, and even when you're here, you know, the root is still holding the rest of this onion together. So slicing down, flat end again down, and again it's up to you how thickly or thinly you want it cut. So there you go, within seconds we've got a nice slice, a big dice, or finely diced. And that is how you deal with an onion.